All right, this Radio Shack long distance radio has a bad idler pulley. This pulley here is good. All right, this one up here looks good, but it fell off. Here it is here. Hold on, we're not in the frame. Now it fell into a hole. We're still not in the frame. All right, this little part is what's left over. So basically, I'll show you a larger idler pulley that looks like this. Notice this one's got a ball bearing in the center, but in other words, it has to have a channel. That's all it needs. And you can see the string just goes over it. Doesn't go around, just goes over it. And over here, and then to the frequency control, or the main tuning. So how do I propose to fix it? All right. So first of all, I have a lot of parts, and I keep them in bins. And everything's labeled. Now here's some standoffs. Different types of standoffs. And they're nylon. And a few of them are perfect. In other words, here it is. It's got a hole in the middle, but the hole's smaller than what I need. No big deal. So what you do is you chuck up a piece of the standoff on your drill, your stationary drill, and you spin it up, and you take a triangular file and you file in which would be this gully. Of course, you got to make some measurements, but it's not that critical. So in other words, after you spin this up in a drill and you cut the channel, then you can use a X-Acto knife, razor blade. X-Acto saw is real nice, and then you cut on either side of the gully that you put in there, and you'll then have one of these. It is that simple. But you know, when you work on a radio and you get it from eBay, you can expect everything wrong with it. Now this one here, it said for parts, doesn't power up parts. The guy said it made crackling noise or hissing noise. What happened was the volume control was shot. But I took the volume control apart and I cleaned it, and it works fine now. And then this unit had the leaking battery. I fixed that. I cleaned up that contact. I took the contacts out of the radio, out of the case, washed the case, cleaned the contacts up, and then I wire wheeled the one that was real bad and got all the crud off of it. And then also this radio sat standing up in water, and water went in through the volume control. That's what messed the volume control and tone up, and the on-off switch. Took those apart, and I rebuilt those slide switches and the on-off. Now I have to make the pulley. I just wanted to show you. You know, I stay with stuff, but this radio is just a keep busy radio. Every day I do a little step on it. Sometimes I'll just locate the materials in the parts room. I have a parts room, and I'll locate the parts like this standoff, and I'll look. The hole in the center is smaller than the hole that goes over the post when I turn this into a pulley. So in other words, this is the perfect material. And of course, you can make the pulley a little bit larger in diameter because it's all about the gully's depth or the slot's depth. All right, and I just want to show you. You know, sometimes you gotta fabricate a part, and you gotta have some tools. Now, my drill press that I showed you, it was $49 at Harbor Freight 17 years ago. It might have been $39. I know it was on sale, and I brought it home and I assembled it, and I did make some modifications. I filed a few parts, but in other words, it served me well. But you have to have some materials, and a lot of times I have friends come to my house. They call me up. They come over, and they need a sheet of plastic. And this one guy, I always tell you about him. He comes over. A couple of them did it to me. They come over and they take $100 worth of plastic, and they never bring back. They make what they're gonna make, and they don't bring the scrap back. And I said to the one guy, you know, that's like $100 worth of PVC plastic. Well, I'll bring it back. Never brought it back. Two of them. So I'm down like $200 for being a nice guy. But it is what it is at this point. But I have, you know, I have all these parts drawers, and that's what you have to do. You have to be organized, and you have people when you talk to them. I have it somewhere. I can't find it. That's go away from me. You know, just I had so many people that hung out with me that they were just unorganized, and it was really annoying. Oh, can you loan me yours? I can't find mine. And you know who that was? My father. I can't find it. I don't know where it is. You know, this workshop is 10 foot by 10 foot. I can't find it. And then I'd go over there and I'd find it. And then in the next tool, I can't find it. You know, and then my mother used to say to my father, it's not going to jump out at you. I think that's it. All right, that's it.